Hello, everybody. Welcome or welcome back. My name is Monique, and I'm on a financial health journey to create an inheritance for the generations to come. And I want to do that through consistency and discipline. Today, I am here to cash and prop money stuff, my savings challenges and my sinking funds. So, if you're new here, I have all of my cash that I use for my savings challenges, but I do use prop money for my sinking funds. Those are actually in an Ally high yield savings account online. So, but I do use our prop money to make sure that I am tracking those expenses. So that is what I'm here to do today. I was able to save a little bit, as you can see here, from last week. Variable expenses, I take $40 out in miscellaneous, and whatever I have left over from that cash, from my variable expenses, I kind of save in my jar. And then I had another $8, $7 or $8. Let's see, that's 7. Yeah, from the 40 that I had for this week as well left over. So let me take this top off and get that out and get this out. So I'm going to move these out of the way so that I can count up the cash. So I have, this is what was left over from last week's miscellaneous variable expense category. This is what's left over from this week's miscellaneous. And then this is the money for that I had set aside from my paycheck. Let me make sure I got money everywhere, y'all. And then that too. Okay. And these are receipts I need to scan into Fetch. And is that it? And I got some change down here. Okay. So I did set aside, or wanted to set aside, $74 for this from this week's paycheck. I just got paid today. And let me put these in there. I'm all discombobulated. I should have prepped before I turned the video on. So sorry about that, everybody. Okay. So I had $75 for this from this paycheck that I wanted to put towards savings. And I had the money that was left over as well. So I need to count it up and see where I am. And then I also want to be sure. So here, I said I was supposed to do $74. I actually might have 75. I just decided to make it even or just an easier amount. And then I just put $25 in my buffer for my variable expenses to cover the savings category. And here are all of the items. So from my paycheck savings, I need to save $4. Actually, I got paid on the 3rd, so it should have been $3. And I probably put my extra there too. So I put 4. I have an extra dollar here too. So I'm going to put $5 under my paycheck savings, 24 in mini challenge, 26 in Glamopoly, and then I need to roll again, and then $20 for my scratch off, and then I need to scratch another one again. And then for my sinking funds, here you go. Those are the amounts that I'm working with. So did you see that? Okay. So let me first count up what I have here. Let me take my change and put it into my coin tower. So let's start with quarters. And some of these, the rolls might be done. The coin wrappers might be done. That's a dime and a nickel. All right. And then that is done. And I think I mentioned before that I actually made this from an Amazon organizer that I think was $9.99 that I got. And then I got the stickers from the Dollar Tree or Dollar General, one of those dollars. All right, let's put this jar away. Try not to shake the camera too much. And then let's see how much we have left. Actually, I'm going to put the cash over to the side. Nope, I'm going to do the cash now. All right, so, I got a penny. And I would love to tell you guys that I'm going to speed it up through this piece so you don't have to watch me fiddle with the money. But yeah, I haven't figured out how to do that yet. I am not an editing guru. I'm getting better. I practice on some other things or other videos that I make I make some videos for my business as well, my jewelry business. So I have been practicing. I'm not good yet. My friend pretty much does my does all of my media for my business because he's much better at it than I am. All right, so this is empty, so I can put that over to the side. And let's start with my challenges. So let's see what we got here. For the scratch off, I needed to save 20 this time. I'm just check and make sure. Yeah, scratch off was 20. So let's add a 20 there. And now I have 20, 40, 50, 55, 60, 65. And I really want to be done with this, so I should have kept that penny out. Maybe that's why it was still sitting there, is because I knew I needed to do the scratch off. So hopefully I won't shake too much. Let's see. All right, that says 10. That's a lot of shaking, so I'm sorry about that. 10. I'm gonna scratch one more. Let it be low. Let it be low. And that's another 10. All right, so for next paycheck, I need to save $20 for the scratch off. All right, that's good. Pay date savings. It was supposed to be $3. And I documented 4, but I'm actually going to save 5. So let me go ahead and write that in. So on 11/3, I'm going to save $5. And that means that I should have 98 altogether. So let's get a 5. Add that in. All right, 20, 40, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 82, 84, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, $98. Very good. I am saving to buy myself a new iPad. So all these savings challenges and everything else is going towards that. All right, Glamopoly. That was supposed to be $26. So 11/3. Save plus 26. You guys notice I did have about $64 in here before. I took my son out to his favorite restaurant for his birthday, and that brought me down to 9, but it's all right. I was glad that I had that money set aside, and so I didn't have to swipe a card again. So I'm always winning as long as I'm not swiping a card for credit. So 9 plus 26, I think I have that right, 35. Alrighty, so I should have $35. Let's get 26. 25 and 6. All right, 20, 25, 30, 31, 2, 3, 4, 5, and $35. All right, let's put that in there. It's good. All right, and these are, we'll talk about these in a minute because these are for, those need prop money. So I'm going to put this over to the side for now. All right, for my scratch off, my mini challenge, I wanted to save $24. So I wanted to save the 24. And let's go to 24. There you go. So 20, 1, 2, 3, 4. 24 for that. All right, save that in there. And then this is how much I have left over. So this is how much I would have saved from the 2 variable expense weeks for miscellaneous. So that's 10, 15, 20, 21, 22. Yay. So 22 is free. So I'm going to put that in there. So I saved the number 22 and 24 this week. Yay. And for this mini challenge, got this from Amazon. Don't know if I said that before. I think I did. Got these from Amazon. 2 of them for like $5. And then I got the numbers 2-inch labels or stickers from Amazon as well. When I finish this, I'm just doing the evens in this one, 1 through 50. And then the odds are, well, 2 through 50 for the evens, 1 through 49 for the odd. But when I finish this, I should have to $650 saved. So there you go. I got 22 and 24 saved for that one. Now I need to get set up for my sinking funds. And this is the prop money that I use for that. I did not count it out already, and for me it doesn't matter. At one time I was trying to make sure that the prop money kind of aligned with exactly what I needed to save, but I think that's a lot of extra work. So I'm just going to put this fake money out and then go ahead and get started with saving for this. And there you go. So we have those up. All right. I can move them over some. I should have known that was going to be a problem. So move it over, move it over, move it over, and move it over. All right. So Corinne. So for Corinne, I haven't been saving in her sinking fund. I've just been putting the money over here that her dad has sent over for her. But going forward, I am going to try and add some extra because there are some extracurricular activities that she is involved in that I have to make sure that I'm saving for. So let me add that here. 11, 3. I'm going to do a save, and I wanted to save plus 40 for her. If you guys hear my dog in the background, just don't pay him any attention. He really tripping today. And I do want to show she spent a lot of money over the last couple of weeks preparing for homecoming, between the braids, getting some items from TJ Maxx, the tickets that she needed to get, and then this school fees. And I talked about this in my weekly check-in that you guys, if you saw that, that I did. And I think that will be posted on Friday, but just her school fees that needed to be paid for something else. So she is definitely down a lot of money over the past couple of weeks. So we're going to try and buff that back up. And then when her dad sends the money over that he has, we'll go ahead and make sure we get those added in there as well. So for now, I'm going to add that $40, and that should bring her up to $160. So 20, 40. And that then means that I have 1, 2, 4, 6, 160. All right, so that one's in. Okay. Next is gifts. Gifts is getting 25. And I've actually already started to buy Christmas gifts. I'm involved, or I'm a part of a group on Facebook, Keel's Deals, and the deals that come through on there, I don't know if you guys have heard of it before, but you might want to check it out. The deals that come through there are amazing. I actually got 2 pair of Crocs for $50, I think it was, from the actual Croc store, just using the coupon or the information that they provided. Okay, so for gifts, I'm saving 25, and that should be up to, that should bring me up to 137. So 2 and 5. Okay, 120, 35, 6, 7. That's it for gifts. All right, household is getting 20. Let's do 11, 3. Save 20. And that should put me at 169. And I haven't found anything. My daughter really wants us to decorate the way that my mother-in-law used to decorate. She passed away. 100, 20, 40, 60, 65, 67, 69. But she was really big around Christmas on doing the villages with the little houses. And so we were in Michael's getting something else, and she saw the little houses that they had out there. And so now my daughter really wants to kind of honor Granny by us starting our own little Christmas village. So I'm considering that. If so, that's what I'll use some of that household money for. All right, emergency is getting $50. 11.3. Let's save plus 50. And then we should be at 695. All right. Let's get that. And we're having to beef this back up. I reached the 1,000, had to spend some money on some car work that needed to be done. So 500, 650, 70, 690, 692, 694, 695. On some car work that needed to be done. Again, grateful that I had it, but now I'm trying to get it beefed back up again to my 1,000, but I am definitely doing it a little bit slower than I did the time before. All right, car maintenance, we're gonna do 40. And I do need an oil change on the car that I have now that I just got a couple of months ago. But I am gonna try and cash flow that or add that to my my normal bills for this week instead of, or for this pay period, instead of pulling from this. I really want to save this for any major work that needs to be done, or if I need to get tires or that kind of thing. So 195, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 95. And that is, fit in there, please. Thank you. All right, deductibles is going to get 50. So 11.3, let's save. Let's say 50, and that will be 156 that I should have in here. Let's grab that. All right, 50, 100, 20, 40, 50, 55, 56, 156. All righty. And deductibles would be used for anything that we need deductibles for, not just medical, but maybe it's property, maybe it's car, etc. CertC is going to get another $15. That's 10, and that's 5. So 11.3. Let's save. 15 and 38 and 15. 38 plus 15 is 53. All right, that goes back there. 10, 20, 30, 35, 40, 45, 47. Alrighty, let's do this. There you go. Help yourself, Monique. 10, 20, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 52, 53. Much, much better. Alrighty. And next is property insurance. Property insurance always gets 75. I'm actually think that my quarter bill is due the 1st of December. So by then I should have $454 I have to have available to cover the quarter period. So let's add here 11.3. We're gonna save $75. So 385 plus 75 equals 460. So I am there. All right, so if that is due in December, I should be good for to make that payment and not have to worry about supplementing anything from my paycheck itself. What did I say? 460? 460. Okay. 1, 2, 3. And I should have all of this turned the right way. I know 3, 20, 40, 60, 80, 4, 20, 30, 40, 45, 50, 55, 57, 59, 60. Alrighty. Do you ever do a condensing for your sinking funds too? A bill condensing, I guess, for that? Maybe so. All right, date night. I think that's getting 20. Let me check. Date night, yes, $20. So 11.3, save, plus 20. So I'm gonna be down to 52 or up to $52 from having gone down. I bought me some clothes that I needed, so I had to spend some of this money, but I am trying to beef this back up. 20, 30, 40, 45, 50, 51, 52. And I did talk about changing this from saying date night to self-care, because that's really more so what I'm using it for. And then taxes gets the 10 that it normally does. And that makes 100, 50, 60, 70, 80, 85, 90, 95, 97, 99. So that should be 199. Yep, there you go. 83, save 10, 199. Alrighty, let's get that added. And then for a side hustle, I'm just putting $5 in there. And I don't track this. This is the money that I use for my business. If I need any supplies or anything, I take $5 and put it in here from my paycheck. But for the most part, that is handled through my business itself. So as I'm making money, I put it in here. And then that's what I pull from that to keep from if I have a side hustle and I'm spending a lot of my paycheck money to keep it afloat, then I don't really have a side hustle. I have a debt. So I need to work. I would need to work through that. All right, so that one's done. And then the last thing that I want to do is I was starting to run into an issue with my bills buffer account and my variable buffer account, more specifically the variable buffer. In an earlier video a week or so ago, I talked about the fact that my son sends me his money, and I've been putting it in the Ally account and just letting it collect some interest. He does that because he really doesn't want to keep the money. He thinks he's going to spend it as he's working, or the more he makes, the more he's going to spend, and he wants to curb that habit. So he's always sent me the money, but now that he's working a full-time job and not a part-time job, he's asking for more of the money back, to get tires, or to get his brakes done, or to get his oil change, or to get gas, or to get food. And if you don't know, with Ally, you have only so many withdrawals that you can make a month. Now, my Ally account right now is where I keep all of my sinking funds. And so I need sometimes to do withdrawals when I'm using that sinking fund money to cover things. Now I'm having to also use those withdrawals to cover him pulling money from his account, and then for me to send it to him for him to use. He doesn't know that he's messing with my withdrawals, but I know he's messing with my withdrawal limit. So now I'm going to take his money and I'm going to put it into my variable buffer account. Now, I wiped out everything that I had in my variable buffer pretty much over this last week, just helping my daughter get to her homecoming dance and have everything that she needed to have. I was glad again that I had it saved over and I had that cushion, but now it's gone. So I'm starting from scratch. So anything that's in my variable buffer account right now is his money, because I'm putting his money in there instead of my Ally account, so I don't have to worry about that withdrawal limit. With that said, I still need to have my money going into that account as well. So what I thought of is I will just start to track both my bills buffer and my variable expense buffer. Up until now, I have not been tracking that. So I am going to, in the mini challenge, I am tracking that as well. I forgot about that. So I do need to write that in. And what I saved in my little envelope, I do need to write that in. So I'll write that in a little bit later. All right, so bills buffer right now has $310. I don't know if you guys can see it. I know it's kind of light, and I'm not adding anything into this paycheck, but I am adding that $25 that I showed earlier on my budget review. I am adding $25 to my variable expense buffer. Remember, we're starting that from scratch again because I've already used up all of that money. So I'm going to put my save, and I'm saving $25. So it's going to have a $25 balance. So as this gets beefed back up again for me, and as he's sending me money as well, this will help me to at least track my numbers, to know what money in that account is mine, to make sure I am only spending my money out and I'm not touching his. So that's why this is here. It probably should go, both of these probably should go into my sinking fund one, but this is starting to get a little bit thick, not really big thick, but medium thick. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I may move it over there. But anyway, this is going to be hopefully my resolution for having to track my money and his money separately, even though it's going to be in the same account. All right. I think that is it. Let me clean all of this up. Thanks everybody for your time. You guys have a good one.